are Confessional Magazine, and this is More to the Story, brought to you today by Iris and Bo, whose toner helps keep my laugh lines in check, because you never know what our guests are going to say. Visit irisandbo.com today and use code Confessional for 20% off.
So much love in this heart of mine.
Hey everybody, welcome to Confessional Magazine, and I am here with the one and only Donny Hadfield-Smith, who is our contributing TV and movie review guy.
That's me.
Thanks for joining us, Donny.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, Donny, besides like doing some little fun write-ups for the magazine, you also run your own show, your own podcast called Truly Anything, and it really, truly is about anything and everything.
It is. So I'm one of the co-hosts of KnowThat, a Real Housewives podcast, and that's great. And we're having so much fun. But we were bringing in these Bravo celebrities. And it's great speaking to them. And then we're even bringing in like people like Nikki Blonsky and other people that aren't necessarily in the Bravo world to talk about Bravo. And that is all fun and fabulous. But then I was like, you know what? I want to talk about things besides Bravo and besides Housewives. So then I just decided to go rogue and start my own podcast where I have one celebrity guest a week. And then the first half is a friend comes on or another podcaster or influencer, and we just talk about our old favorite movies or TV shows.
Yeah, right now you're doing a deep dive on like all of the real world.
Yes, Paramount Plus is one of the best things to happen to me in a long time. Because they have all the old Real World seasons on there. They have Jersey Shore. And then I just discovered yesterday they have all these old Nickelodeon shows too, like Hey Dude and Salute Your Short. So
wait, they even have Hey Dude?
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Yes, I'm like 7 episodes in. I'm like 7 episodes into a Hey Dude rewatch.
Yes, I love this journey for you.
Thank you.
So, Donny, when you get these different celebrities, are you going after people on shows like that you're actively watching and you're like, that's the person I want to have? Or are you like picking from like, you know, Mary-Kate and Ashley's Suitcase, which I also know you love?
I do. So it's tough because the people I want to bring on and the people I want, well, the things I want them to talk about out of the people I want to bring on is like stuff they don't want to talk about anymore. So like Sarah Michelle Gellar's like, I'm not talking about Buffy anymore. Jennifer Love Hewitt's like, I'm not talking about the Ghost Whisperer. So I have to find people that are in current things now and then like blindside them with it. So I just had, who did I have that I did that to? Now I can't remember. But I spoke to someone, one of my many guests out of 2 months. I bring them on and they're like in 911 or they're on Zoe's playlist. So I talk to them for like half of the episode about what they're up to now. And then I say, oh, and like 10 years ago, you were also in this. Let's talk about that. And then they feel like they have to.
Yeah, they're already on the spot. They're involved. And I mean, honestly, when like you start connecting with these people, they have fun talking about it anyway. Like, even if they say they don't want to talk about it, like, shoot, if I'm Buffy in Buffy, like, I'm telling people that I was Buffy in Buffy.
Exactly. I think sometimes they just don't want to be like roped into that or seen only as those things. But then once we're celebrating everything else they do, then they're like, oh yeah, I was Buffy too.
So who would you say your like dream guest would be?
Ooh, so if the sky is the limit, I would say Beyonce. But if we're humbling myself a little bit, I would say like any of those 90s scream queens. So like Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Neve Campbell would be a great one.
Ooh, so much fun. I love all of that. You know who I was going to peg for you though?
Tell me.
I was going to guess Dolly Parton.
Oh,
Don't ask me why. Like you and her would be able to talk for a really long time.
I seem like a Dolly gay. I understand.
So I do have to bring up the fact that you once had a run-in with the one and only Jessica Simpson.
I did. I did. So it's so crazy. Okay. It's so crazy because I think I spoke about this last time we talked about, I'm a Broadway usher when the world is open. And I see celebrity guests all the time. And there's celebrities in these Broadway shows. So it's like no big deal. I see Denzel at the stage door. It is what it is. Hi, Denzel, whatever. But then when I meet them as a fan and not on this professional level, there's something in me that just shuts down and doesn't know how to act. So I went to the Jessica Simpson book signing about a year ago, and on the cover of her book is like this feather, and then every chapter there's a picture of a feather as well. So I didn't know that yet because I bought the book at the book signing, but I went with this feather necklace I have, and when I got up to meet her, she said, "Oh my God, feathers mean so much to me. That is so beautiful." And I said, "Good."
Which is like iconic.
Good.
Good. Like you should.
Oh,
I mean, that is just amazing. Is that your one shining moment with a celebrity? I mean, it's always fun to like know when like we hit the wall when we meet these people sometimes.
Anytime I meet someone as a fan, truly, and people come on my podcast, both Know That and Truly Anything, it's no big deal. I've done Instagram lives with celebrities. It was no big deal. When it's a professional setting, I can turn it on and it's truly like so natural and easy, and my charisma is just out there. We're bonding, it's fine. But when I meet them as a fan, I just need to stop going to book signings. I went to a Lauren Conrad book signing a few years ago, and my friend was in front of me in line. She went up and she was like, "We graduated the same year." They talked about high school. They asked like, "Who do you still speak with from Laguna Beach?" It was all of that. And then I got up there and I said, "You're awesome." That was it. That was literally it. She signed the book. I said that, and that was the end of my experience with Lauren Conrad.
Man, you just knock it out of the park.
I really do.
I mean, so what kind of things are you talking about when you have these guests on your show? Besides, like, are you just kicking it back to the 90s focus, or is it just like you're going anywhere the road takes you?
Kind of anywhere the road takes me. I do like to research a little bit before they come on and see like what they've talked about in the past, or see maybe some fun trivia about them that not many people know, like if they went to high school with anyone else famous, whatever. Today, I spoke with Kalen Allen from the Ellen DeGeneres Show, and he just last week on his Instagram stories said, "One of these days, I'm going to tell you all about when I first started my career and the depression I went into, and how I had a big case of imposter syndrome." So it's like, oh, he's never spoke about this with anyone before. So when he came on, I got him to speak about that, which was really cool. And he went pretty deep with that. But normally I like to keep it a little lighthearted, especially because I have a podcaster, like I said, an influencer, the first half talking about an old movie. So it would be weird to have like someone speak about a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie with me, and then we lead into this heavy conversation about depression.
Well, maybe you should put the depression part first.
And then we'll raise our spirits with Mary-Kate and Ashley. But normally I just like to focus on whatever they're working on now, and then like dig back a little bit about how they began their acting journey, and also like some of the earlier projects they went And I'm not afraid to branch off a little bit if something they say gives me an idea of something else we can speak of.
Uh-huh. So what do we have to look forward to coming up soon from you, Donny?
Kaylin Allen's episode is coming very soon. And then in May, this is not on the podcast, but I'm actually collaborating with a trivia company that's LA based, and they do 90s and 2000s trivia. So I'm co-hosting a trivia event with them over Zoom. So that'll be really fun.
That is so fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And then I have names that I'm really excited about, but I don't want to say anything because I feel like anytime I say a name, it always falls through. But some people from Dawson's Creek, I know, I'm excited.
Make them sing this song because I miss it being available.
If they don't sing it, I will.
Good. That's going to be so much fun. I mean, what better, like, 90s, like, that's the show so my mom was also a teacher, so she had to be at work, but like, so if I was sick in high school, I would be sick but not really sick.
Yeah,
the day after Dawson's Creek would be on, because I wasn't allowed to watch it. So I would like just randomly have to be sick and like binge watch all my Dawson's Creek.
See, I would watch it I wasn't allowed to watch it either, but I would watch it in my bedroom, almost like it was like porn. Like I had the previous channel button ready to like go to Nickelodeon if my dad walked in.
I love that. Yep. So relatable. I got in trouble. My sister and I both got grounded in middle school. We were walking home and we were not supposed to turn on the TV until my parents got home. Like there was just a rule. And my mom walked in. We didn't hear her. We were watching Doug. We got grounded for a week.
Oh my God. To watch
because Doug. Man.
Well, now it's on Paramount Plus, so you can watch all the Doug you want.
Yeah, take that, Mom. Well, Donny, how can people find you? Besides, I know you're doing your movie and TV reviews that they can find on confessionalmagazine.com. And I know that you are Real Donny Wood on Instagram. And is there anywhere else that they can find you for your different podcasts?
Yeah, so Truly Anything and KnowThat, a Real Housewives podcast, can be found on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Donny. It's always so much fun to talk to you, and just, I don't know, I always just laugh, so it's great.
I could talk to you all day.
I know. And one day it'll be in person, we swear it.
Please.
All right, Donny, well, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you very soon.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
So much love in this heart of mine.